Welcome back. For nearly 3 months now, an arterial road in the capital has been blocked. Shops at Shaheen Bagh have been shut and hundreds have been inconvenienced. Today, the shopkeepers have revealed how they've lost crores of rupees. This comes even as insiders sound an alarm, and Times Now accesses a chilling intelligence note warning of the explosion of such models across the country. We'll debate that in just 2 minutes. Take a look at this report.
Three months, hundreds inconvenienced, and monetary losses worth crores of rupees. This is the cost of the peaceful Shaheen Bagh protests.
हम ये चाहते हैं कि जो उन्होंने बैरिकेडिंग की है वो हटा दें, हमें शॉप्स ओपन करने दें, वहाँ तक हमारे कस्टमर्स को एक्सेस दें। हम बहुत ज़्यादा इस वक्त बर्डन में आ चुके हैं। लैंड ओनर्स भी अपना रेंट मांग रहे हैं, सब कह रहे हैं कि हम 1 महीने तक माफ़ कर सकते हैं, इससे ज़्यादा माफ़ नहीं कर सकते हम आपको। अगले महीने हो जाएगा, अगले महीने हो जाएगा, अब खुल जाएगा, अब खुल जाएगा। हमें कुछ उम्मीद ही नहीं लग रही कब खुलेगा।
महीने का भाई बोल रहे हैं 1 महीने का माफ़ कर दिया है, तो बाकी तो मांग रहे हैं वो लोग, किराया मांग रहे हैं लोग। उनका भी खर्चे उन्हीं से है, उनके खर्चे उससे चलने किराए से, तो कैसे माफ़ करेंगे।
यहाँ पे अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 200 शॉप्स हैं और मान के चलिएगा कि 200 शॉप्स के अंदर 2000 एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं और 2000 एम्प्लॉयज़ के आप ये भी मानिए कि उनके परिवार, हम लोगों के परिवार जो डिपेंडेंट्स हैं उसके ऊपर, और ये मान के चलिए कि 200 करोड़ का बिजनेस कम से कम इस मार्केट से लॉस हो चुका है।
बेसिकली आप लोगों के जो स्टॉक थे, विंटर स्टॉक, वो सब का क्या?
सर, सब विंटर स्टॉक अंदर डेड हो गया हमारा, जिसको अब अगले विंटर तक कैरी फॉरवर्ड करना पड़ेगा। दूसरी बात, अंदर जो सामान पड़ा है उसको कुछ चूहे खा गए हैं और दीमक लग रही है अंदर। मतलब हालत बहुत बुरी है। मतलब हमारी बस यही डिमांड है कि डीसीपी साहब को रिक्वेस्ट करने गए हैं कि हमारी शॉप जो हैं वो रीओपन कराई जाए और एक एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट किया जाए जिसमें कस्टमर को एक्सेस मिले।
But instead of the stir abating, Times Now has accessed a chilling intel note, warning of how the Shaheen Bagh model is exploding and the number of protest sites are multiplying by the day.
This alert has gone just after the Delhi violence, so it's as recent as just about 10 to 15 days. I am not too sure whether in these 10 to 15 days the number has further spiked, but quite clearly 300 protest sites across the country, which the Home Ministry alert itself says has turned communal, is a very, very alarming in nature. Is a very, very alarming thing in nature, and as I said, that has the potential for a communal conflagration, which has actually been cited also in this alert on multiple places and multiple occasions in various states across the country.
However, even Shaheen Bagh insiders now sounding an alarm reveal how they want to end the protests but hint at being pressured against it.
वाइंड अप करने के लिए तो कोई भी तैयार नहीं है, लेकिन ये है कि इसको आप किसी दूसरी जगह शिफ्ट कर लीजिए ताकि जो रोड ब्लॉक है और लोगों को रोड में दिक्कत हो रही है उसका जो है
सोल्यूशन निकल,
उसका सोल्यूशन निकल। अपने बच्चे हैं जो जॉब्स पे जाते हैं, उन सबको जो परेशानी थी, उस परेशानी को देखते हुए हमने कहा कि भाई ठीक है, आपका मैसेज भी कन्वे हो गया, पूरे मुल्क में चला गया, और अब आप जो है इसको वाइंड अप कर लीजिए कि इन लोगों को परेशानी हो रही है उसको परेशानी को हो जाए। काफ़ी लोगों का ग्रुप था जो वो ये कह रहे थे कि साहब आप जो है इस प्रोटेस्ट को, अब क्योंकि इसका लोग बाग गलत फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं और जो गलत डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है, इसलिए बेटर ये है कि आपका मैसेज भी कन्वे हो गया कि अब इसको आप वाइंड अप तो मत कीजिए। वाइंड अप करने के लिए तो कोई भी तैयार नहीं है, लेकिन ये है कि इसको आप किसी दूसरी जगह शिफ्ट कर लीजिए।
Residents want the protesters to respect their sentiments and ease their hardships before Holi. Will the Shaheen Bagh Dadis respect Hindu Aastha? Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the Newshour Special Edition, Debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, let's go right across to our guests who are joining us for more on that. Shazi Almay, spokesperson of the BJP, continues to be with us. Sushil Pandit, activist, joins us from Delhi. Shoaib Jamai, media coordinator of Shaheen Bagh, is also with us on the broadcast, as is Atikur Rahman, Islamic scholar, joining us from Mumbai. And I want to begin with you first, Shoaib Jamai ji. और आपसे ये सवाल पूछना चाहूँगा कि look at the voice of the people over there. There are shopkeepers there who are saying that they have lost hundreds of crores of rupees because of this blockade that has been on. They are formally approaching the police also and going and giving that representation that they want this roadblock to be lifted, which is causing them such hardship. At least 2,000 jobs and 2,000 people working there now have no livelihood. क्या कहेंगे आप उन्हें? All right, I think we've lost that line there with Shoaib Jabai. Let me take this question across to Atikur Rahman. Atikur Rahman, you heard over there those people. They're also residents of Shaheen Bagh. They're shopkeepers over there in that area. And they're saying that the economic losses are too difficult and too hard to bear. We need to open the road is what they're saying.
Well, if these complaints are genuine, I believe, the organizers there, and Shoaib Jabai is the right person to answer that if he can be connected again. They should be looked into these, grievances of the people, because the aim and purpose of the Shaheen Bagh people was never and is never, to inconvenience any people. The roadblock as far as is concerned, the interlocutors have presented their opinion before the court, in which they have said that the blockade of the road has not been done by the protesters but by the police. In fact, when the interlocutors, they asked the police, for some time, they opened up that particular blockade of the road, which again was,
sir, come on, sir.
put into.
The blockade was
Atikur
Rahman, let's be very clear.
By the police.
Why would the police block a road if it's not for the protest? Because an important part of the road is blocked. Let's be clear what we are debating. Let's not, get into all sorts of defenses. In fact, I want to bring in Sushil Pandit, who is nodding his head. Sushil Pandit, what is very, very clear is that there is fatigue that has now set in. People now, it's going to be 90 days in just about less than a week from now, since the protest actually began. There is a sense that, whatever was required to be achieved has been done, and now the protesters should at least allow the traffic to flow from that area. Economic activity should once again resume, Sushil Pandit.
Mother, they are stuck with their own past warnings. They said it is going to be an ongoing protest. Now they are desperately looking for an honorable exit. They want a face saver. They want a bailout package. They were asking the Prime Minister and Home Minister to come down on their knees to them and ask them as to what should be the solution. Today they are looking here and there for some kind of a passage. I think they should be denied it. Their sponsors have overplayed their hand. They have overdrawn from this bank. This bank is going bust. It is sinking. And all the credibility that they thought they enjoyed and the kind of model they had created, which could be replicated across the country for some kind of a movement to cripple India and hold a gun to the head of government and force them to withdraw this law, all that bluff needs to be called nice and proper.
India is not that fragile that anybody can cripple it by peaceful protest, by safeguarding the constitution. India is not that fragile.
You crippled the capital of India, you know that? The way you created riots in Delhi, you created riots in Delhi through Shaheen Bagh, you created a bad name for India across the world, you created a panic across the cities. All right-minded citizens, all concerned citizens were worried what was happening. You created such a huge hue and cry.
Okay.
You created a storm in a teacup.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Gentlemen, let me just come in. We have limited time, and I want to bring in Shoaib Jabai and Shazi Almi as well on this. Shoaib Jabai, I think one thing that is very clear is that आप लोग अब फंस गए हैं. That is the charge coming in from Sushil Pandit. अब आपने PM, HM सबको आपने तरह-तरह के स्टेटमेंट्स दिए, चैलेंज किया कि आप वहां आए, लेकिन अब आपके पास एग्जिट का रूट नहीं है. और वहीं के लोग, शाहीन बाग के लोग ही खुद आके कह रहे हैं ट्रेडर्स कि बहुत हो चुका है. 2000 लोगों के नौकरी का सवाल है, उनके घर और परिवारों का सवाल है.
It took only 10 minutes to open the road of Shaheen Bagh. If government is willing to talk to the protesters in a structured way, I believe that
hasn't the government offered it, sir?
Which has been
to the best of my knowledge, Ravi Shankar Prasad offered it. The Home Minister on this channel offered it.
Lieutenant Governor invited them.
That's only the politics. That's not the offer.
Did you approach the Home Minister?
No.
Did you take an appointment and approach the Home Minister through the proper channel, sir?
Those were the politics. We understand it very well. What is about the politics and what is actually the real meaning of dialogue. Government never wanted to have a dialogue. Government never. What the meaning of dialogue? If you say देख हम 1 इंच भी पीछे नहीं हटेंगे, आप हमसे डायलॉग मत कीजिए ना. आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट में या संसद में कह दीजिए कि हम सीए में संशोधन कर रहे हैं,
सरकार में बिना अपॉइंटमेंट के जाके मंत्री से मिल सकते हैं. ये समझाइए मेरे को जरा.
बात खत्म.
ये कहाँ होता है?
जरूरत क्या है?
आप अपने मनचाहे टाइम पे किसी के घर पहुंचेगा और कहेंगे कि हमें अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं दिया. ऐसे तो नहीं होता है शोएब जी.
नहीं, हमने अपॉइंटमेंट के लिए बात भी की, सारी चीज की, लेकिन यहाँ से कहाँ से कोई ऑफिशियल कम्युनिकेशन भी नहीं हो पा रहा है. सवाल ये है कि सरकार जो है मीडिया के सामने कुछ और चल रहा होता है.
Charge coming from Shoaib is that they formally approached the government and they were not granted an audience. Would you like to respond to him, please, Shazia Elmi?
बैक चैनल से कुछ और चल रहा होता है, सरकार मीडिया में कुछ और कह रही है.
Not just the Home Minister, not just
शोएब जी उनको जवाब देने दीजिए.
Not just the Home Minister, but the Law Minister and other members, also senior leaders, have offered and said we are open to any kind of constructive dialogue. Our doors and our offices are open. And not just that, the Supreme Court has intervened and been very responsibly been sending out interlocutors, asking them, approaching them and saying that can you move the venue for a bit. For the longest period, senior members of the Delhi police and officials have been requesting the Shaheen Bagh protesters with all utmost humility and consideration to move the venue, but now this is coming from the presidents of the Resident Welfare Association.
I would like to
their own ilk and their own kin, that enough is enough. What is the whole idea behind this? I mean, the Supreme Court has taken cognizance of it. The matter is being considered. There are senior interlocutors who are in touch and are talking to the protesters every day. Obviously, there is a sort of a fatigue factor, and also the level of fear-mongering and rabble-rousing and the magnitude that has been taken to is gone to such a level that they cannot find a decent exit
route. Okay,
a dignified exit.
You don't have a dignified exit. I think that's an important point. Is it just the fact that you don't have an honorable exit right now? Shoaib Jamai, is it only the fact that you don't have an honorable exit right now that's preventing you from coming out and ending the protest?
तो हम वहाँ के लोकल जो बिजनेसमैन हैं, लोकल जो दुकानें हैं, उनके हित का ध्यान रखते हुए we will try to make something balancing approach. हम जो है हेगड़े साहब के साथ, साधना जी के साथ मिलकर के एक रास्ता निकाल रहे हैं कि प्रोटेस्ट भी चलता रहे और उनके बिजनेस भी खुल जाएं और रास्ते भी लोगों को मिल जाए. ये 3-4 दिनों में आप लोगों को पता चल जाएगा. कुछ चीजें ऐसी कोशिश की जा रही है जिससे सबको आसानी.
आप और अतीक रहमान साहब अपने घर के अंदर क्यों नहीं बुला लेते हैं? वहाँ पे कराइए आप लोग. अपने घर को ऑफर कीजिए, अपनी सड़कों को ऑफर कीजिए.
अरे भाई क्या एक सीरियस लेवल की बात हो रही है.
It is not a draconian act. It is not a draconian act. You are rabble-rousing. CAA has nothing to do with taking away the citizenship is very basic. It is just politics from your side. It is just politics from your side.
No need to talk.
Magnitude of a movement to what avail?
5 to 7 states
based on false and fake foundation.
One at a time, please. We have limited time. I'm requesting you one by one, please. Please, one by one. We can't make sense when everyone shouts at the same time. Requesting you all one by one. Okay. Atikur Rahman, make your point quickly. Atikur Rahman.
Doesn't mean that you are trying to deviate the debate.
Madhav, there is no need even to talk to the protesters. You know, you convince the 5 to 7 states who have passed legislation against the CAA.
No, but this is exactly what the Ministry of Home Affairs is saying. The Ministry of Home Affairs is saying that this has now spread and it could become a serious law and order issue. This is exactly, and I just want to read out the point, in fact, from this report that Times Now has accessed. We put out that report as well, which says that it has now grown to 300 protests across the country from just 9 in the beginning of January. And they've asked for tightening of security at Shaheen Bagh in case there is any kind of untoward incident. It has also asked that vigil is increased in all areas where such protest is taking place. And I want to bring in Sushil Pandit on that. Sushil Pandit, this report really talks about the potential of all of these protests to create more law and order issues across the breadth of the country?
Yes. You know, they had a whiff of this Arab Spring in the making through this protest. They thought they would bring such an upheaval that the entire system will go topsy-turvy, people will come begging to them and they'll create a revolution. They had exaggerated opinion of themselves and this protest.
Okay.
Now they are stewing in their own juice and they're not liking it. They have realized that a riot that they created in Delhi is going
I would certainly like to debate this topic for a lot longer, but unfortunately we're completely out of time. Atikur Rahman, Shoaib Jamai, Sushil Pandit and Shazia Ilmi, thanks so much for joining us on the second debate on the News Hour this evening. Thanks so much for watching.